Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the ClevverTV studio. I'm Jocelyn Davis with Dana Ward.
Hello.
And today we are super excited to be welcoming back two of our favorite ladies on the show from the Hillywood Show. Now, is this your guys' third time on our show? I think it is.
No, second.
Second. I just feel like it's the third
I know,
time.
you
guys see you on YouTube.
You guys are like family.
And I visit you on the internet. Speaking of that, 4 days ago, you guys debuted the Vampire Diaries parody, and it's already doing really, really well. Why did you decide to do the Vampire Diaries?
It had to do with funds.
Yeah.
It
Money.
really had to do with funds because, you know, the Hilly Show is not funded. So it really depends on where ideas go because we can't just be like, oh, let's do Avatar. It's like, no, that's so much money.
Crazy.
So,
good idea, though.
It crossed your mind, right?
but so we were kind of low on funds and we're planning for a bigger parody. And so in the meantime, I'm like, we don't want to let our fans just sit there and, you know, not hear the Hillywood Show. So we thought, well, what can we do that would be easy enough with sets and costumes and not going overboard, with not flying to Forks, Washington without having like a circus tent for Dark Night. Something that we can at least do, and we thought the Vampire Diaries, and we've never done a TV show, so we were kind of nervous how that was going to be, so.
Yeah, but we've like even watched the show, like when it started, we just watched it for fun. It was kind of like a fun show to watch, and we're like, oh, this is kind of cool, like we actually like it, and we knew that it was like a hot topic that some teens have really liked and discussed. Like they've sent things, oh, you should do this, and we were like, well, yeah, maybe we could. It kind of be fun. What could we do, you know? So
and then you created the Vampire Diaries parody.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we're gonna have the link to the video in our info section for you guys to check out later. But for anyone who has not yet seen it, can you just like kind of generally take us along for the ride?
Oh, well, gee.
I know, it's like, where do you start?
We really had fun with this one. We wanted to parody it more. We wanted it not to be as serious. Because, you know, Eclipse and New Moon parody and Twilight parody, like, they all are parodies, but they have their certain parts where it's, like, serious. You know,
and, like,
so
you can really see, like,
whoa, recreation
and
everything. But this one, I was like, let's just have fun. It was a cheaper budget. Let's just, you know, think of crazy ideas and try something a little bit different, which we tried to, like, make the feel a little bit more, I don't know, fluid with parodying. So that's what it's more like. It's more lighthearted.
It's all funny,
and at the beginning, they're not supposed to be like Damon and Stefan. They're supposed to be Damien and Steven, just two fellows
just two
going
guys
to get their teeth checked, or their teeth checked out.
Cleaned
and
or
then
whatever.
out walks a girl who looks like Nina from the Vampire Diaries. So that's kind of how it starts, and towards the end of the video, you kind of question the whole beginning, I guess.
It's like, are they really vampires, or was it all a dream? But at the end, it's like, well, it has to be real, you know? So.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Or is it? And I love the song choice in the video because it's so fun, but at the same time, it definitely has that whole dark vampire thing going. How did you guys decide to choose that song?
I think I don't know, when we thought of Vampire Diaries, we were like, well, what would we use? And I don't know why, but she started playing the Lady Gaga Teeth song, and she was just listening, and she goes, we have to do this. And like, I just listened and I said, this is it.
There's something in Gaga's voice that doesn't really sound like Gaga. A lot of people hear it, they're like, oh, that's a Gaga sound.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know. So when I listened, I'm like, it almost sounds a little bit like Catherine/Elena. Like the voice, there's like a
like the
undertone.
raspy sound.
There's something in it, and I was really like, when we would just listen to it, we could start seeing scenes come together. And we finally decided Vampire Diaries late January, and we were shooting by like the first week of February.
Wow, that's a really fast turnaround time.
It really was, but that's what we want to do more with the Hillywood Show. We want to make things shorter, quicker, because of the funds, and also we feel bad letting our fans sit for 2 months, you know.
Exactly.
But you guys seem to like always keep the quality like really high, the production value.
That's
it
what's
looks amazing. We're impressed. One thing I wanted to ask about the red eyes. And the TVD
how did you guys do that?
Did you do that?
Poor Hillary.
Okay, it's
you took pencils.
It's a challenge.
Called sclera contacts, and their contacts a little bit bigger than a quarter.
You're kidding.
And it goes over your entire eyeball?
Entire eyeball.
Yeah.
Can you see?
No.
You can see, but
couldn't see.
It's blurry.
And it would poke my tear. Like, it feels like a big eyelash, like in your tear duct. Yeah. So, I mean,
sacrifices for your craft.
It was worth it, but like I couldn't put them in by myself. I had to have someone.
We were like really debating, should we get scaleras? Because we know that they had used them in the Vampire Diaries. Theirs actually isn't as red as the ones that we have, but we're like, okay, let's get them. And then she was freaking out. No. So then it was like, should we just get regular contact? So we had a fitting before we actually shot, and she was freaking out. And then after that, then the day of the shoot, she actually did really good, and we got them in and took them out real easy. So she's a pro at scaleras.
Oh my gosh.
I had to get them though because I'm like, you can't just have red eyes because then it looks like the Volturi from Twilight.
Exactly.
Ah,
So
and you guys know the difference.
I just didn't want to look the same. I wanted to look really different. Like, I just gotta suck it up because I have like tiny, like everyone's eyes are the same, but like my sockets are kind of small. So when it was like snicking, I was just like holding my breath the whole time.
Oh my gosh, wow. And again, you know, I was so impressed with the costumes, hair and makeup, and of course the Damon and Stefan casting. Where in the world did you find these lookalikes?
Well, we were searching.
Craigslist, what's going on here?
No, I mean, we thought, we were like, okay, we really got to nail it because we knew that we were going to play our characters. So we actually searched online through this model agency, and we found our Stefan. His name is Brett, and he lives here in LA.
Okay.
And Damon was the hardest to find. And it was actually between Nick and this other gentleman that we were looking at, and we decided on Nick because he had the longer hair, and we actually made him cut it shorter. His hair was much longer.
Okay.
So, and he had gorgeous eyes, and we were like, we need him. And we actually waited till like the last second. She said, just wait one more day, maybe he'll call us. And he just hadn't checked up on his emails, and it was the like last minute I was gonna give, and he called. And I was
Oh wow.
Totally meant to be. Wow. And now as far as research is concerned, did you guys sit down and watch like every episode of the Vampire Diaries over again? Or how did you kind of, you know?
She only watched like the scene where I stick the fake teeth in Damon's mouth in the bed. She watched, like, she would watch for camera angles, but other than that, she was fine. I was me, and like the boys were stuck watching and rewatching episodes to kind of harvest the character because like I was really afraid because, you know, a lot of them compare them to Twilight and Vampire Diaries. I was really afraid because I've done Bella for so long that you would see Bella. So even like every scene, I was never confident. I was always so nervous that it was going to come across like, oh, Hillary's just doing a Bella character
only once
again.
I had to tell her, what was that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, was that Bella? I'm like, yes, that was Bella.
I tried really hard, and I'm just really happy that Nina liked it and said like it was freakishly accurate because that means like, okay, at least she didn't think I was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you say Nina as in Nina Dobrev, the actress who plays the original character, and you've heard from a few via Twitter, a few of the stars. What are the reactions?
We've heard from Nina and Julie Plec,
who's the executive producer.
The executive producer, and
Diaries.
Candace, who plays Caroline, and a little bit of other people who have worked on the Vampire Diaries, and they're really positive, and we're really excited about that.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Who do you really want to hear from? Like, who are you waiting
Well,
to hear
Nina
from?
was like a shock. Like, we almost didn't get excited because it like didn't feel like real. I was like, wait, she liked it? Is this happening? And then we got really excited.
Where did she find it? Did you guys send it to her? Or?
No, we actually on YouTube we started seeing people saying Nina Dobrev sent me here, and she goes, Hannah, did she tweet it? So then like we found out, and I remember she just looked at me. She's like, Hannah, she tweeted it, and I was like, no way. And she's like, yeah, and we just like sat there, just like look. We didn't even jump up and down. We were like, we didn't know what to think. We were so like excited. That
I think the
like...
Vampire Diaries online really helped with Nina. I think they sent her the link. Check it, check them out. They're really awesome. But when Julie Plec, the executive producer, we started freaking out because, like, you know, we're so behind the scene gals that when we see someone that works in that industry and writes things and is like in charge, like a, you know, we were like, oh my God, that is such like it's an honor to even get, because she said she retweeted it, but then she's like, I loved the part with the fruits, and she like tweeted again like to get, and I was like, Yes, you made that night with me eating all those fruits like worthwhile because that was a bad cold night and I just kept having to eat fruit.
Oh my goodness.
When you're making these parodies, do you have in mind the celebrities' characters who you're playing? Like, do you want to hear from these celebrities, and like, what do you want them to think about your parody? And
I think like at the moment we're creating it, we're not really
We're thinking about the fans.
Yeah,
more
we're thinking
so.
more like hopefully it comes out good. Will people like it? And then once it's accomplished and done, then I think we start hoping for. I hope they see it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. After it's all done, that's when we start. Oh, what if Ian Somerhalder really liked it? And
Oh my gosh.
tweeted it, which we're hoping. Fingers crossed.
Yes,
Come
go
on,
tell Ian to watch and tweet it.
Ian,
please,
please,
please.
Are you listening, Ian?
Please, you'll love it.
I just want to hear his thoughts, like, oh, this was cool, check it out, or something, because, like, whew, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
'Cause
My heart is beating very
From what we
quickly.
know, he has heard of the Hillywood Show, and he has watched our stuff before.
Wow.
Because
Interesting.
our costume designer from New Moon Parody, John Henson, it works on the set of Vampire Diaries with regards to wardrobe. And he was dressing Ian, and he gave Ian like a phone or whatever and said, check out Eclipse Parody. So Ian watched the whole thing and said, wait, the Hillywood Show, I've seen their Dark Knight, it's really cool. And then John was like, well, they're doing the Vampire Diaries parody. And Ian said, am I allowed to say it? I'm like, okay. He said, I'll just say it. He goes, well,
That's
they
what
better,
he said.
they better kick ass because we kick ass or something.
And you
And I
guys
was like,
totally
oh
did.
no.
Yeah.
But
You
that
guys
made us
totally
so
did.
nervous too.
Oh my god, we
So
were so
that's
nervous.
why
It
we're
was
like,
before we shot too.
we really hope he's seen it because he kind of gave us that like comment. So now we're really hoping that we get a comment back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He set the expectation even higher.
Yes.
I was like all excited at the same time, so nervous. I was like, oh no, what if we do bad?
And we were also talking a little bit before about, you know, your next parody, especially now that you've gotten this great reaction to a TV show. It kind of opens up this whole new world. And we were talking about some ideas that we love, like Pretty Little Liars, and a few others. But of course, you guys watching, if you have any great ideas, please leave them in the comments section.
Let us know.
Are you guys open to fan suggestions?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty much what we work off of. Like, we've been getting Vampire Diaries since like the show started, but we've always just put that away because it's like, well, let's focus on the bigger movies right now, like Twilight, and then we like spoofed Lady Gaga.
Yes.
That
so
was like
funny.
really fun. But then like we just kept getting requests, and then that's when our funds were kind of low, and we were like, you know, maybe we should kind of think about that for a little bit. So yeah, we did listen to you guys.
Well, congratulations. 4 days out, already at how many hits currently?
200,000.
Over 200, yeah.
Interesting. The people have
It will be in the
spoken.
millions by the time we
Oh,
post it.
I don't
Gosh,
know.
I don't know.
It will be.
I hope so.
But make sure you guys watch. We have the link in our info section.
Exactly. And thanks for coming by again. Can't wait to
thank
see what
you.
you guys
Thank
do
you,
next.
guys.
And of course, stick with us here at ClevverTV for all the latest on the Hillywood Show and all the rest of your favorite real TV shows. I'm Jocelyn Davis, and we'll see you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.